Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on this channel, we love makeup. Like, love makeup. But we're here for real makeup, not Instagram famous, not editorial looks, real makeup for real life and real people like us. Today's video is a very special video. Indeed, it is a collaboration with my BFF in life and on YouTube, and that is Angela from Beauty and Life with Angela. If you've been around on either of our channels for any real amount of time, you would know just how close Angela and I are. We met about 4 years ago here on YouTube, which I will talk a little bit more about in the Get Ready With Me. But unfortunately, nature took its course this year and kept us from actually getting together in real life for our birthdays like we like to do. And so we thought this would be the next best thing. If you don't know, Angela and I were actually born less than 24 hours apart. We're both turning 40 this week when we are filming this video. You'll be seeing it the week after. And so we thought the next best thing would be to pick out a full face of makeup for each other and also send each other a special little birthday wish. So let's look and see what Angela had to say to me.
Hi Kyra, happy birthday. It's me, your bestie, and I just wanted to tell you how much your friendship has meant to me over the past few years, especially this year, and I hope your 40th birthday is absolutely the very best that it could possibly be. I absolutely love you. I know that you will be my friend forever, and I can't wait to see your video and see how you celebrated your birthday, and I will see you very soon. You are absolutely the best friend I could ever ask for, and I'm so thankful. I thank God every day for you. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.
Boy, I love me some Angela. Don't you love you some Angela? Make sure to go check out Angela's video after you watch this one, because she is going to, of course, be using the makeup that I picked out for her. So with all that said, I'm a talker and this is going to be a longer video, so let's get into it. All right, let's get started with primer. The primer that Angela picked is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. This claims to mattify, hydrate, blur pores, and prep skin for lasting makeup. Plus, it is silicone free, which is always good. This does hydrate the skin. In fact, it feels cooling going on. I do feel like it does something for my makeup. I can't swear that it makes my makeup last. So while I let this primer sit for just a minute before we go in for foundation, I just thought I'd quickly start the story of how Angela and I met. And basically the short story is that we met on a live stream here on YouTube with Jessica Lee and Amanda D. I believe it was Angela that was on the live. Darn, I have a terrible memory, and not because things aren't important to me, but because of my fibromyalgia and the meds that I take for it, my memory is absolute garbage. But I'm sure Angela will have a better story, so make sure to check her video out. And then we started chatting on Instagram, I believe, and, you know, started talking, realized just how much we have in common. The foundation is the Revlon PhotoReady Candid foundation. I have mine in the shade 15 Creme Brulee. And shortly, like within the first, I would say, week even of our friendship, we started talking on the telephone a lot and text messages, and just started realizing how much we have in common, starting with the fact that, you know, we were born less than 24 hours apart. I just thought that was so cool. We both have curly hair. You know, we both do YouTube. We just became super fast friends. So yeah, it's just fun and interesting to have someone that I have so much in common with, you know, just in terms of everyday things. We both love medical dramas, and makeup, obviously. So we just really connected, and we especially connected over our love for doing YouTube, creating videos, makeup, eyeshadow, the whole thing. That's pretty much the gist of it. I'm sure Angela will remember more details than I, and the rest, as they say, is history. We've been friends for years now. I know I met her in my first year of YouTube, and so you know, we've probably known each other around 4 years now. We talk all the time. We've never lived in the same city, but we do live in the same state. By the way, this is the Candid concealer from Revlon that Angela picked. It is the shade 027 Biscuit. Probably was my favorite concealer from the drugstore until the Wet n Wild Incognito one came out. Unfortunately, weather did not cooperate. We were originally going to do a collaboration in person here at my house, but we're getting a winter storm, and you know, obviously I do not want Angela out on the roads and driving hours or whatever to be here. So we will have our day in the sun at some point. We will have her here to visit soon, very soon. I miss her. And we'll do a video or two for you guys, probably two, one for my channel and one for her channel. So when we do that, what would you like to see? All right, next for makeup. Angela wanted to see me use the number 7 Perfect Light Loose Powder. This is just the shade Translucent. So what we did was we FaceTimed and looked at each other's collections and chose enough makeup for a complete face that we wanted to see from the other person, and I am so excited for this, like really excited. I love the makeup that Angela chose for me. It's a really good mixture of drugstore and high-end. I do have a mixture of creams and powders, so we're just gonna see how this goes in terms of cheek products. But we're gonna start off with the Juvia's Place Bronzed Light palette. There's like a lighter shade and a more warm shade, and I typically just kind of go back and forth between the two. This is a very, very smooth powder formula. I really love it. I don't know what I would compare it to. Maybe the Milani Silky Matte. But of course you get 2 pans, 2 colors here. I had so much fun on FaceTime with Angela picking out our makeup for this collab. It was a lot of fun. We always have fun talking makeup, especially on FaceTime. We're gonna be like, oh, look at this. Oh, let me swatch this for you. Oh, can you swatch that for me? I love that. That's one of my favorite parts of our friendship. But we also have a lot of common likes. Like, we both love the shows Friends and Grey's Anatomy. In fact, toward the beginning of our friendship, Angela and I co-created a Grey's Anatomy project pan, which was really fun, and it was based off of characters and prompts that we paired with characters and quotes as well. Angela chose the Flower Beauty Day Glow Highlighting Glaze in the shade Stunner. This is so pretty. It was really funny when we were going specifically through the highlighter drawer, and she was like, oh, okay, that one. Okay, no, that one. It was so fun to choose the makeup out. If I can't have her here with me, then I'm glad that we got to do this collab today and that we had the fun that we had, you know, while picking the makeup out. Isn't that beautiful? Like, it's so good. All right, for blush, Angela chose the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. This is the shade She's So LA, and this is so going to go with the eyeshadow palette that she chose. So I'm going to go into the powder first. It is counterintuitive because we're always told not to put creams on top of powders, But Patrick Ta actually recommends that you do it this way. It's like a beautiful bronzy shade, and then the cream just sets it right off. It's so pretty. So let's talk about my birthday a little bit. I am turning the big 40 in just 2 days from when I'm filming this. Yeah, the big 40. I cannot believe it. I've never really had any thoughts even about birthdays in the past. Like, oh gosh, I'm turning 21, or oh gosh, I'm turning 30. Well, I was pregnant at 21, so that was pretty non-eventful for me. And then at 30, I guess I didn't really care. I guess more so at 31, I was like, who am I really? It was really easy to just fall into my identity as a mom, and at 31 I was like, all right, who else am I besides a mom and a wife? And I've always just felt like age isn't that big of a deal. In fact, when I was younger, I used to like getting older because I felt like other older adults or even older adults would take me more seriously as a result. And so I never really minded getting older, and I still don't think I do, but something is tripping me up about this 40th birthday. We're gonna keep talking about that while I do a quick brow situation. But first I'm gonna put on my Fenty eyeshadow primer and just let that kind of chill while I do my brows, as always. Something's getting to me about this birthday. I mean, I guess it just partially, it feels like a big deal because so many people make a big deal out of turning 40. Maybe it's just that I'm not going to see my family from Nebraska, my parents, my siblings. I'm not going to see any of them for my birthday. Some of you might have seen that I did treat myself for my birthday with the Pat McGrath Mothership #1, the Subliminal palette. So it just felt appropriate to do something big that I had yet to do, and that was buy a Pat McGrath Mothership palette, I guess. I used the NYX MicroBrow pencil, and I'm about to use the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This is like a sample size, just a clear gel. So the palette, are you ready for this? This is so funny. I posted on my Instagram last week from when I'm filming this that like a couple of items for Wishlist Wednesday, and one of the items that I posted that is still on my wish list is this palette. Literally within a day or two of me posting that, I had one of my friends on Instagram, who's also a subscriber, reach out to me, say that she had purchased this palette, it just was not going to work for her, and that she really wanted to gift it to me for Christmas. So I just can't say how much that means to me. I have had some real blessings from some of you guys in the last week or so, and I will be sharing all of them on my channel at some point. But the one that we're using today, because Angela so kindly chose it, is the Patrick Ta Major that I mentioned eyeshadow palette. I actually was going to buy this instead of the Pat McGrath palette for my birthday, for my 40th birthday treat to myself, but this sucker has been out of stock everywhere. And I kid you not, the day after I ordered the Pat McGrath palette, this thing came back in stock for like 5 minutes at Sephora. Freaking thrilled to play with this thing today. Like I said, I haven't played with it yet, so yay! Alright, so there were a couple of shade requests from Angela, and I will show you those real quick. So her requests were to use one of the creams, my choice. Definitely this like burgundy brick shade called Mother, and then the shimmer right on top of the shade Mother, which is Legendary. So, and then whatever else I wanted to add to the look, she said. So I did the same thing with the palette that I picked for her, but you'll have to go over to her channel and watch her video if you want to see what I chose. So I just think I want to go ahead and start things off with the shade Transition right here. I'm so excited, guys. Like, it was all I could do not to swatch this thing when it came in the mail. It was nighttime, so it was too late in the day for me to really get good lighting up here in my beauty room to take pictures for Instagram. So I had to wait until the next day. And I used to not be able to do that, but now I love posting on Instagram. Well, I wouldn't say I love. Love is probably a strong word, but I'm enjoying Instagram more, and therefore I was able to talk myself into waiting to swatch this. But yesterday I, quickly took pictures in the morning and then I swatched it. I was like, yes, get my fingers in there. And there are some really cool feeling textures in here for sure. I think next I'm gonna go into the shade in between Transition and Mother, which is Absolutely. I love that. These shades just blend right into each other beautifully. So for you ladies that are 40, did it throw you for a loop like it's throwing me for a loop? I guess I just can't believe I'm 40. I think that's part of it. Part of it is disbelief at the fact that I'm already 40. And of course, I have a long way to go. Hopefully at least another 40 years. And, so I don't feel like I'm getting old or anything like that. I just can't believe that I'm 40 already, that my life is going this fast, to be honest. I'm going to go into this shade right here, Mother, and I'm going to use a little flat, rounded eyeshadow brush for this one. I'm going to place this on the outer corner of the eye, just gently patting it on the lid here. And once I have it the depth that I want on the lid, I'm going to turn my brush over and sort of pull it up against the hood of my eye toward the end of my brow. And what it does is gives a lift to the eye in the exact right spot. Now using that same angled brush, I'm just going to lightly blend over the part that is above my crease into the previous shade. So we're gonna go into the shade Legendary right here. This is a really beautiful shade. And they definitely have like an interesting texture in the pan, kind of flaky, but also kind of feels creamy, but also feels a little dry. It's a little weird, to be honest, but not in a bad way at all. I just have to try this like peachy shade, so I want to just put a little bit of this sort of on the center, kind of like a Lazy Girl's halo eye. That peachy shade is called Opulence. Oh yeah, that brightens. I'm just gonna keep this in the center and on my mobile lid. It picks up fine on a brush and it applies fine with a brush. I think I'll learn more when I actually go to do my review and do some more looks with this. But you guys, I could not be more ecstatic to have this in my collection. Getting into the cream, I think I'm just gonna kind of do a little wingy liner. And I'm gonna use the darker of the two creams. This one is called Woman. So I'm gonna kind of speed through this because I can't talk through it very well anyways. But I'm gonna take this little angled brush here. That is way creamier than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, well, I am gonna clean it up over here. So that is what I got. I think I'll bring that on the lower lash line actually. And then smudge it. Yeah, I like it. All right, cool. Second verse. Before I go in and clean up the sides, I wanna do a little bit of an inner corner, inner lid situation My inner part of my eyelids and tear ducts do not handle glitter super well. I think I want to go into this one called Divine. I will say that shade, whoo doggy, is super soft. Just building that up a little bit, bringing it up into the inner part of the crease. I just love the way that gives a lifted look to the eye. Angela also picked an eyeliner for me, so I'm going to use that to tightline. It's the Macqueen New York Waterproof Gel Liner Slim Shot in the shade Deep Brown. And then for mascara, she chose the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. This is what we're looking like. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my line and fill in my lips with my Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade Nude. I always leave that little center part open on the top and bottom just because it makes them look more pouty. And then the lip that Angela picked out is the Sephora Melting Lip Click in the shade Caramel. That was so hard to say. I love this stuff. It's so comfy. What do you think? All right, I'm gonna pop off of here really quick like and do something with the hair, etc. And then I'll be right back. We'll assess the situation and wrap up this video. All right, we're back. This is the completed look. What do you think? How did Angela do? How did I do? I love this look, and I love how thoughtful Angela was in picking out the products, things that she knew I liked, things that she wanted to see in action, but everything came together beautifully, and I love this look, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Make sure to go check out Angela's video where I have left her a birthday message like the one you saw in my video from her, as well as to check out the makeup that I chose for her. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I appreciate your time as always, and I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video real soon.